in Las Vegas. Something I've been working on for a minute. We're gonna unearth a 1960 Gibson Les Paul Burst. I'm excited. For security purposes, we're just gonna get off the plane, go snag it, and then get back on. I was actually supposed to fly down there a few weeks ago, but due to weather, all the flights got canceled, so he was cool enough to kind of hang tight and wait for conditions to change. So today is the day. We took a little break from doing traveling and whatnot, but we're back in it. We've got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and we're starting off with a bang. So here we come, Las Vegas. Short trip today, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 hours in Vegas and back home, which is cool. I'm gonna have Aaron Hiebert come in tomorrow and play this thing and do a proper demo. First things first, let's get through security, which is always a little easier without the guitar. Got our trusty Smart Water sandwich combo, and actually just got a call from a guy who's gonna be shipping a ton of really cool guitars, so there's an extra added bonus to the trip, but we're out to board and land in Vegas in about 2.5 hours. It's been a while since I've flown into Vegas. We've done a couple drive-thrus, but it feels good to be back here. Right now we're gonna go meet up with my buddy Eric, who's a big guitar player. He's been collecting for years, and guitar looks awesome. I've seen it from a distance, but I've done a lot of research, from afar. Really excited to see it in the flesh. Oh yeah, pretty. Wow. Oh, that weight too. Oh man, Eric, this is a good one, man.
Pretty cool one. I love how that neck fills up your hand, but it is a slim neck.
It's a slim neck. The top is just rock and roll. It's got a little bit of that peekaboo thing going on. There's action there. It's just like, it looks like it, it's got the exact kind of look.
Look at the back of the neck, you could tell it's been played.
Mm-hmm. Wow. There we go, featured in Burst Believers 4.
Got a full centerfold spread in there.
What page are we on this? Oh, he's nice from there. Published.
Kind of gives a little story as to the history of it, how I found it. And
all right, we're leaving Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Eric.
All right.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Trevor. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate you guys coming out.
We're bringing a goodie home. Let's go. We're back at the Las Vegas airport. Man, what a freaking great day. I was blown away by this guitar. I knew it was really cool, but in the flesh, it's so rock and roll. And so we geeked out over it just, from an aesthetic standpoint for a while, and finally got to plug the thing in. It's unbelievable. It had that classic Spinal Tap neck pickup sustain, which was so cool. We're heading back to the shop now. We're gonna catch a little late flight, get back to Seattle at 10, lock this in the kingdom so it's safe and sound, and go home and get some sleep. Excited for tomorrow.
Hi.
Hello. Should we put one of these in the closet or just both?
We have a closet.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, real burst. All padded, practically packed. That one gets the seat.
My first experience with Les Pauls, of course, going way back to, going into the guitar store and seeing a Les Paul, and then you see a custom shop and you're like, oh my gosh, look at this beautiful custom shop, right? And I can't explain what it felt like. It was right here in this room when you brought over an original 59 Burst. And the feeling of holding that guitar and looking at something like that like this, that's original, it was just an unbelievable feeling. It was something that you realize, and as great as the custom shop might be, you realize how far away the real thing is from what they can do. And it's just, yeah, it's really something special. So I've been fortunate enough now to play half a dozen, maybe more, close to 10 bursts here at Emerald City. And as much as the clean ones are shocking, you know, you see a clean burst and it's like, oh wow, it hasn't been played. I love me a burst with some mojo. I'll take a worn in burst any day over a pristine one. Now that I've been able to play a lot of them, I'm looking and comparing them all to each other, and I'm going, okay, well, I remember playing this one, you know, the 59, how does a 60 compare? You know, sometimes these are a little more bitey. And there's just so many minor details with the guitar, even with the pick guard and how it's been worn down. And 59, obviously, you're gonna have much more of that baseball kind of bigger neck versus these slimmer 60s necks. And this is a slimmer 60s, but it has really, it's been played. So it has this beautiful rolled edges, it just fits. And in this one in particular, I would have to say, I would think I would shoot for this neck over now, maybe some of the larger 59s that I've played. This neck is a Ferrari. If you ever get a chance to play a PAF, you'll hear the difference. And I just think of the word articulate, and they just vibe with the body. There's something special about these pickups and natural harmonics that you get out of it. You can overdrive the amp, but it's controlled overdrive versus like maybe a hot pickup that just screams and your amp's, you know, going crazy, and you're pairing these old pickups with this really old wood, and everything just meshes really well together. It's funny looking back and think they weren't a very big hit when they came out, and then look at them now. I'm mainly a Strat player. I don't feel like I'm way out of my realm with a burst. This middle possession is something that I just don't seem to hear on modern guitars. It is very much on Strat territory, just a little extra oomph. And recently heard somebody was talking about like a modern Les Paul, and it's like, you know, you have clear and you have mud, and it's like, well, if you pick up a burst, that's not gonna be the case. I don't own a Les Paul. If I were to ever own a Les Paul, it would need to be a burst. Maybe one day. I will have a hard time letting this one out of my hands today.